Yeah. Hey guys, we were just talking about how, or actually, we weren't just talking about it. I just said it to myself. We need new music, so because this one's getting old. I don't know, Luke. What do you think?
I agree. I think we should get some 21 Savage.
Well, we can't get copyright
I know.
struck. We can't get a copyright strike. So I don't know. This one's kind of vibey, but it's new era for the boys. You know what I'm talking about? Like
we need a Tri-Take soundtrack.
That'd be sick. Good afternoon, but probably good morning is when I'll drop this episode. This is Tri-Takes Season 2, Episode 10. We made it to Episode 10 of the second season.
Impromptu episode.
Yeah, we just... I know we were planning on recording this week, but, it just worked out. We all had nothing to do, and some stuff's going on in the old sports world. I think something we should talk about right away is this. Sam?
So he didn't get an extension.
Yep.
Didn't give him what he wanted. Here's the thing. We still have him for this year.
Right.
I'm
Yeah,
fine
he's
with
going to
that.
sit.
What?
He's going to sit out of training camp.
He's not going to sit.
He could sit out of training camp, but he's still going to play in the regular season.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So essentially, we have this situation where every running back in the league now, well, especially the three that are looking for deals, Josh Jacobs, Pollard, Saquon, all who are great running backs, by the way. Those are top 10 running backs. And none of them are getting paid. It's a problem. It's certainly a problem, but it also, I think it exposes the franchise tag because it's pretty interesting. The NFL has some of the weirdest economics, and I think tags are always confusing. So, Sam, if you want to explain what a franchise tag is and why the Giants tagged Saquon instead of extending him.
So, franchise tag is you pay a player in full for just one season. You don't extend him, you just pay him for one season.
But why do teams do that?
They do that because they could keep the player and they don't have to negotiate a long-term deal. It's kind of like a backup thing that a lot of teams have.
Yeah.
But a lot of teams now are just doing like, okay, we'll just franchise tag this player so that they can keep him.
Yeah.
For
it's a
that
safety
season.
net, basically.
Exactly.
It was smart when the Ravens did it for Lamar because Lamar was still figuring out if we wanted to go to another team. Ravens go, we still are kind of balling on a budget. Let's extend you the tag. And it worked because he ended up getting extended. So now you have a thing where a less valuable position, like a running back, which I think the past 3 years has really been exposed as easily replaceable. I mean, you look at all those graphics that pop up of like teams winning the Super Bowl, what running back do they have? And they're replaceable. They're replaceable running backs. I mean, so it's interesting.
The Titans haven't made the Super Bowl.
Right.
Teams like that.
And something else that's interesting, I was just looking at Saquon's feed on Twitter, and I think Derrick Henry tweeted something about it. A lot of running backs are speaking out about it because they are professional players, that are it's not an easy position by any means, but there's just a lot of talent. And I think the surplus of talent, and also just because of who wins the Super Bowl with what running back is hurting the market. So
well, go ahead, Tim.
I was gonna say there's only like 5 running backs you could think of that deserve to be paid like that.
Yeah. And I think Saquon is certainly one of them.
Saquon's one of them, definitely.
For sure. Especially, was he comeback player of the year? I think.
Geno.
Oh, Geno. Well, runner-up probably comeback player of the year.
Yeah,
could have easily been
nominated.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luke, you were saying.
Yeah, Dan, I just sent you a tweet that I want you to put on the
Oh,
thing.
the big board.
Yeah,
let
and
me
this was
hold on.
really interesting to me. It was a tweet by
Did you send
Jonathan
it on
Taylor.
Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway.
Yeah, it was a tweet by Jonathan Taylor, just basically talking about like, you know, how running backs aren't getting, you know, they're really talented and they're not getting as much money as they should be.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. This is one of the ones Saquon retweeted, I think, right?
Yeah.
Here, let me pull that up. Yeah, it's crazy. And I get another guy that eventually down the line will have to face this problem.
For sure.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So if you're good enough, they'll find you. If you work hard enough, you'll succeed. If you succeed, you boost the organization, and then doesn't matter you're running back. Yeah. That's pretty shitty. I think, but yeah, I think it's really just because running back is a unique position where you're really reliant, almost more reliant on the other positions than anything. Like you're reliant on an O-line, you're a good tight end for blocking, but that shouldn't. I don't think that should probably make or break a running back salary. You know, especially with like what the position's becoming. Look at CMC. You know, I think more and more we're going to see more versatility in the position. Like a Debo's role anyway, and like Debo's going to get a bag eventually down the line just because he's so versatile. And yeah, I think it's a really important position, and it's pretty wild.
Damian Harris, I would say, is above like a slightly above average running back in the league. He's making like 1.7 million next year.
Yeah.
In Buffalo, and I think the average kicker is making over 2 million.
Yeah. What's the NFL league minimum? Like 500K, 600K, maybe
something like that.
Oh, it's 750. Yeah. So you're making almost double league minimum, which is not good at all.
No.
You know, and obviously it takes 11 guys to make a football offense. And if you're not paying your running back, I mean, what are the Giants going to do without Saquon? We'll see. But yeah, it doesn't look things don't look good. Do you think he'll come back next year, Sam? Do you think they'll eventually figure something out?
Yeah, I think he's gonna end up coming back. It's like weird because I don't see a world where Saquon's not on the Giants. I think they're gonna end up making a deal with it, doing something. I think it'll all work out at the end, but right now, all we can focus on is this season.
Yeah, I agree. I think this season will definitely dictate the market going forward, especially like I think Tony Pollard is going to have just like a breakout insane year.
Yeah, with no Zeke.
Zeke, you know. Yeah. I don't know like if they're still going to I don't know who their backup is now, but they've always been like a split carry thing with their running backs, but I think Pollard will now just have an insane year.
That's another player though, Zeke. He got released as a running back and still hasn't been signed.
Yeah, hasn't been signed. And if he does get on a team, there's no way he's going to get paid. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. But moving on, something a little more positive, I'd say. And we did this last year too, and it was pretty funny because Madden rankings are just so unserious. I mean, I think over the years they've done a better job of making. Oh, what did I just do? Stop that. They've done a better job of actually like accurately rating the players, but the rankings came out.
Some of them, not all.
Some of them. Some of them. So, what was it? Safeties, running backs. No, sorry, safeties, wide receivers. And then was it linebackers too and tackles? A lot of the defensive positions. So this is the list. This isn't the top of the list. Let me see if I can go back. There we go. So 299s, Aaron Donald and Justin Jefferson. How are we feeling?
Very well deserved.
Deserved for Justin Jefferson.
Yes, I agree. Do we think Aaron Donald is still deserving of a 99?
Look at Nick Bosa. This is what I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Let's do
Put
it.
him at a 99.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa deserves to be a 99.
Let's compare. Oh, look at
Yeah.
this. Look at this. Let's compare. Bam. Okay. Speed. Aaron Donald has higher speed than Nick Bosa.
That's dumb.
Fred Warner better be a 99.
I doubt he will be, honestly.
Did he not get ranked yet? No.
Not yet.
Yeah. Aaron Donald, 99 strength. That's deserved. I don't know how you could be more agile, but not faster. And I feel like Nick Bosa is a little faster than Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird.
I'd say
Tackling.
that's pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Oh, but
looks
some of them are way bigger deficits, though.
Yeah, injury, I
Because
guess.
Nick Bosa had the ACL.
Oh yeah.
Toughness.
And Aaron Donald really doesn't get injured. Toughness,
They just call
98.
Nick Bosa a bitch.
This is the grit category. 98.
The scrappy.
Yeah, this is
category.
Which is why is Nick Bosa not a 99? Okay, and then there's so many random stats, dude.
Yeah, I don't know it. What it like?
I-
Go
IDL?
up, go up. Let me
Tulip?
see. There's an important stat. Oh, more. There we go. Yeah, Aaron Donald's higher kick power. That's why.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, 25 to 17. How do you decide a player's kick power?
I don't know.
Kick accuracy.
Kick accuracy.
Yeah,
is better too.
You know what? I think at the end of the day, those are the two rankings that made Aaron Donald a better overall player. Oh my
Honestly,
God.
probably.
Those are so stupid.
Aaron Donald, I don't think deserves to be 99 this year.
Yeah, I just feel like he's not. He's kind of on the come down as far as like his peak. You know what
He
I
had
mean?
the worst year of his career last year.
Yeah. So
The Rams also had a pretty shit year, though.
moving down the list, we got Tyreek and Devontae. Michael Parsons just under them. Cooper Kupp at a 96,
Which
I
is-
guess is
That's
fine.
I think Stefan's overrated.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
same. I mean, what wide receivers are under them? Oh my God, I'm sorry about my sniffles, guys.
One
Oh.
thing. That's
Jamar
a good-
under
that's a good
Stefan.
range.
I don't know about that.
So I just wanted to touch on this really quick. So Zay Flowers has a 93 speed, which is higher than Debo and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So I
kind of
think
why
that's
he got drafted, right? What was his?
Yeah,
What was
honestly,
his?
that makes sense.
What was his 40 time?
I think
I don't
he ran
remember.
4.4.
Moving down, Max Crosby, TJ Watt.
Oh, TJ Watt's got to be higher.
Yeah. I don't know how his season was last year. Wasn't he injured for a little bit?
He was at the in week 1 he tore his pec, but
Yeah.
then he was like a dog.
Should Quentin Williams be higher?
No.
No,
Okay.
but Quinnen's really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Quinnen is
Just
really
signed
good.
that big extension. Terry McLaurin and AJ Brown are so AJ Brown. Terry, I mean, I love Terry.
Wait, is
but-
Amari Cooper a 90 plus?
91.
That's crazy.
Didn't he have a
Mark
pretty
had a really good year last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not a 91 plus, like 89.
Terry being higher than AJ Brown. I know Terry McLaurin is the most underrated player in football every single year,
Yeah.
but that's
But AJ
crazy.
Brown had a crazy good year.
AJ Brown had the best
Year of his
season
career.
in Eagles history
Yeah.
as receiver.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was dog on my fantasy
CD
team.
Schlam. Where are you going, Dan?
What'd he say?
Oh, never mind. You went to the next page.
Oh, yeah, I'm moving really fast.
Hassan Reddick is a 90.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Harrison Smith is the highest. Is he the highest rated strong safety?
I didn't see any higher. Here, let's go. Wait, no, I think I saw someone. Buda Baker.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or are they
Well,
might
they're
be
the same
rating.
overall.
Same rating,
He's
yeah.
still on the Cardinals.
Sorry, I'm moving so fast. This is a riveting segment. What the fuck? Get out.
Pre-order it.
No, I'm not buying that.
I will.
John.
This guy should be higher. That's my guy. Come on.
Judon
No.
should be a 91.
Make him a 90. Just make him a 90. Make him a higher overall than Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen should
That is
be
crazy.
like
Keenan
not
Allen should
an
not be an
89.
89.
Well, they have the same overall.
Debo should. Well, Debo also kind of had he had an okay
That was
year,
like the same rating he had last year, and
Yeah.
I'd say he had a not.
Well, it's just like the 49ers offense used everyone, so it wasn't really necessary for him to get a higher rating. DK 88, Jamal Adams 80. I feel Jamal Adams is so good that last year. You know what I saw? I saw Michael Pittman at an 85. I thought that was kind of crazy. He did have 100 receptions though, I think. So
That's a fine rating, but it's
Yeah.
always like, oh, when will Michael Pittman be really, really good?
Yeah, I feel like it's been like that. I mean,
Stewart? Am I just like no? Do I just like not know football?
Yeah.
you just don't know ball.
I just don't know ball.
Don't know ball. Chase Young, 85. Calvin Ridley, let's go, 85.
Oh, I like Talanoa Hufanga's rating.
86. Yeah, man.
Deserves
So,
that.
I think we'll talk about these more when the QB rankings come out and running back rankings.
The Bears.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's gonna be 99.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Derrick Henry, yeah.
No.
If he's a
He's not gonna be a
99,
99.
that's crazy.
Who else? Patrick Mahomes is gonna be 99.
Josh Allen will be a 94.
5, probably 96.
94. That's my guess. He had a lot of picks.
I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna be on 90.
Jalen Hurts, what do we think?
Jalen
92.
Hurts.
Screams 93 to me.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts 93. I think Trevor Lawrence 86.
You know, I saw a graphic this morning
Mac Jones, 99.
comparing Tyrod Taylor season to Jalen Hurts
I saw that
season,
too.
or last season, and they were very similar. It was like
He
Tyrod
should be the
Taylor's
Giants
1 year.
QB1.
Was that? I think that was Tyrod Taylor's 1 year starting for the Bills, where he started the whole year, and they were pretty similar stats.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of weird.
Daniel Jones is gonna be an 80, making $40 million a year.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's going to be an 80, to be honest.
No,
I was
there's
just
no way.
kidding.
They'll make him
He's
an 80.
gonna be like an 85.
Yeah, he'll be an 80.
I'll probably be a 78.
Bruh.
Screams
He was
82.
That's like
He was
Mac
a-
Jones's rating.
He was a 77 at the end of last year.
Oh no, screams 80 over 80 to me.
We'll see.
I agree.
That's the New York poster child, dude. He got paid too, so they better give him a higher Madden rating.
Him and Pete Alonso betting 209.
Mets said they won't trade Pete.
They should.
Yeah.
They're not.
Anything else on these Madden rankings before we move on? You know, I think we all really want football season to start. It's I love baseball, but
Picks
dude,
of Ryan.
what? Picks of Ryan. That will
Oh,
be
yeah,
making
Picks
a
of Ryan.
huge.
It's gonna
That
be
will be a
bad.
huge segment. Oh my
Big
god,
segment.
huge segment. That'll be on the blog. That'll be everywhere. We're
I
gonna.
wonder how his home run things.
We have to. You know what we have to do? We have to edit the shit out of like Picks of Ryan clips. Just so many edits, and
And every episode will be a new picture of him.
Yes. Like
photoshopped onto really hot.
Actually, I don't want to expose him like
bodybuilders,
that. I'm not going to say what he's done. Shout out Ryan. That's our guy right there.
Get this man behind the wheel.
Also, didn't he win?
Win what?
The pool?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
I think he came in second.
I wonder how his home run. We should ask him how his home run derby pool is doing.
Yeah,
probably not that. Well, actually, probably good.
Here, I'll text in the chat. I think we're doing. Didn't we pick? Did we pick Shohei?
Yeah, and we picked a.
I know we didn't pick Judge.
We picked Pete over Judge.
Yeah. Here, let me at Ryan.
Anyways,
I got you already.
Oh,
Come on, dude.
awkward.
Oh, but we both said it.
Yeah. No NBA news going on right now. The summer league just ended.
James
Pat
Harden to the
Gardner.
Clippers.
Harden to the Clip. That would be sick.
It's probably gonna happen.
That would be a tomfoolery squad.
Is he from Cali?
No, I think he screams Texas, but
well, maybe it's because he played there.
I feel like he screams either Texas or California.
No, he's from LA.
From LA. He's from LA.
Okay.
So is Russ.
Suck it. You don't know ball like that.
So is Kawhi.
Yeah, and PG.
Is he from?
They all from Cali?
No.
Yeah.
Really? Paul George is from Cali?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So then they all just want to go home, I guess.
They're
all from Cali.
Huh. That's weird.
All that just to stop our GOAT, our king, our delicious number 23 on the Lakers, LeBron James.
He's number 6.
No, he changed his number.
Idiot.
Oh, he changed it back to 23.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Damn, we both don't know ball.
He changed it because Bill Russell. I almost forgot who Bill Russell was.
God, we all don't know ball.
We really don't know ball.
Yeah,
dude. We were like so pumped to like talk ball, and then,
but we forgot about it.
There's nothing going on in football. Nothing.
Yeah.
So,
nothing going on anywhere except for baseball.
Yeah. Okay. Hot take. Ellie De La Cruz gets optioned back to AAA this year.
Nope.
No.
Okay. I'm kidding.
Don't even say that to me. If he gets optioned, can I choose a new person?
No.
Nope.
He's not going to. He's doing fine.
I know.
But that does get us to baseball.
Ooh.
We got to talk trades. It is post deadline. A series just happened over this weekend. The Red Sox are hot, 9-2 in 10-2 in July,
and they're not in the basement. Sam,
shut up.
Welcome to last place. Population U.
Boone said that it's gonna be like the 2021 Yankees, and then Jake was just like, "That's not something I look fondly back on."
Yeah, you don't want to. They said he compared them to the 2019 Nationals, the 2022 Braves. No, 2020.
2022 Phillies.
Phillies. He compared them all to bad teams that did bad in the first half, which is just like, dude, you don't want to go there. Also, like, I saw something. They were arguing about would you walk Shohei in the 5th?
And he was like,
no, which is interesting because then you put the tying run on base. But Mickey Moniak is the next one up, who's having a good year, but not Shohei, So that was a disaster of a game. Yankees lost that series, correct?
I think
so.
Started.
Ryan's 10th out of 30th. That's
not bad.
No.
Does he get money?
Probably.
10th out of 30th is not bad. It's probably because a lot of those people picked Judge, to be honest with you. Did we picked Pete for that category?
Yeah. Because I made the decision because I still don't trust Judge being healthy.
Well, he's not healthy right now.
He's not healthy.
So nice job, man.
Give me my flowers.
Oh, actually, speaking of trades, Dan and I made a fantasy baseball trade.
We did make a fantasy baseball trade.
So I received Jonathan India, who went 3 for 3 with a home run yesterday in his first game.
Really? Yeah. Hey, but Bryce Miller had a really good outing the other day. So.
Yeah, and I gave him Bryce Miller. So
yeah,
good trade.
I'd say good trade. I mean, you had better starter depth than I did. I needed a starter because I traded Senga and Musgrove for Spencer Strider and Lamonte Wade. Now, when I made that first trade, I thought that just overall, you win fantasy trades if you get the overall better player back. And I also thought Lamonte Wade's having a really good year, like pretty decent. So I'd be fine putting. I need a new bench player because Kalanick's kind of falling off. And Strider is on pace. Like he's going to break a lot of strikeout records. I think he's going to break. He could break the Braves single season strikeout record. He's incredible, and strikeouts got a lot of points. So that's why I made that trade. And then I was like, well, I kind of need a starter now, and I have plenty of middle infield depth. I have Cattell. I have Gunnar Henderson, who's finally doing well. Who else do I have? Oh, Bryson Stott, who also just steals a lot of bags. Also, I think he's been hitting well recently too. So it made sense. And Luke is both your teams are on the up and up.
Sam lost though.
Sam lost, and he's playing me this week. I don't know.
I'm playing Ohtani this week.
Oh, Ricardo. Yeah, it's honestly it's so relieving that my other fantasy. Oh, I'm beating Sam by 4. It's so relieving that. What's it called? Oh, Edward Cabrera's back. But Shohei is 2 separate players in my other league, so you really don't have to worry about.
Might be year 2 that Shohei wins the league.
Yeah,
fantasy baseball.
Which then I think if that happens, I think we need to split him into 2 players.
Yeah. Also, I dropped DJ LeMahieu.
Smart.
For
really?
CJ Cron. Yeah.
DJ sucks ass.
Yeah.
So much.
I needed a new first baseman replacement because Rizzo has been making me really sad recently.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so
making me sad too.
I wanted to get that power rankings list up so we can talk about it because it was pretty bad. All right, so after a lot of technical difficulties, here's the list. Saw this morning. This is by Bleacher Report's. I guess one of their content creators. This is an interesting list, but I want to point out that I feel like you should not be second in the power rankings if the team behind you is almost going to surpass you. I think the Rays should maybe be a little lower. Is that fair? I know they're still great, but they've not been playing good baseball lately. The Rangers have turned they had a really bad stretch there. They didn't win a series for like almost a month. They were like winning 1 out of every 3 games. I think the Astros are only 3 games behind them. And they go, Tampa goes into town, and I think they sweep them. So that's just something to keep in mind. The Rangers are alive. And the only thing they need really is pitching. They don't need any hitting. They really just need relievers. And Chapman, by the way, he's appeared in 6 games, 6 innings, no earned runs. I saw a really cool Pitching Ninja tweet this morning of his mechanics this year and last year. And this isn't because of the Rangers, by the way. This is because of the Royals. The Royals pitching staff fixed his mechanics, and he's getting a lot lower down, like in his right before he pushes off the mound. So if you can throw 5 miles an hour faster, and it's not just like 90 to 95. This is 97 to 103. Like that's a huge difference. So
yeah,
but they still need more. They need more relievers, and we'll talk about some relievers that could get moved at the deadline. Did one of you pick the Rangers for the trades talks? I don't think any of us did because they have a really complete team.
Do you think they get Barlow from the Rangers?
Yeah, I was thinking that Hader could get moved, which I'll talk about. He could. He has. Why would they keep him if they're behind the dot? Okay, well I'll make my case later. I'm saying they could be sellers. What?
Devin Williams.
I don't think the Brewers are going to sell either. They just swept the Reds. And Corbin's
Corbin's been great.
Christian Yelich has been great. Their offense is actually looking okay. They just need to keep the starters healthy. Wade Miley hit the 15-day. So, and they also, I saw they informed Corbin that they're not going to move him. So I think they're locked in. They want to play some ball. I think they can beat the Reds, and they swept them. So, I think the Reds got shut out a few games too. I don't have it up on me, but moving down, Orioles. Dude, they are in full win mode. Like I think even when they were like only like 5 games behind, I was like, I don't know, but they are in full win mode. They're going to be making some moves. Someone's going to be talking about them later. Blue Jays right behind the Rangers. Blue Jays have just been fine all year. Dodgers have made their way back to the top of the NL West. The Diamondbacks have actually fallen off the list, which I think is very interesting because they still are great. I don't know if the Phillies also have been raking, so I don't know if the Brewers and the Phillies, and the Red Sox, I don't know if those are necessarily better teams than Diamondbacks. But they've been playing good baseball.
The Phillies and the Red Sox have the same record, right?
Yeah, I think so. What's it?
51-44.
Yeah. The Phillies, Bryce Harper broke his 150 at-bat stretch without a home run. I think they just had a really good series. I forget who they played. Who was it?
It's on
the Padres. Padres.
Yeah.
They NLCS.
That was a crazy end, like last game of the series.
Yeah, NLCS rematch, and Phillies showed them who's boss. I mean, that was an unbelievable series. I want to look more at the Phillies and see what they could do before the deadline. But yeah, anything else about these rankings before we go into the trades?
I don't agree with where the Blue Jays are necessarily. I mean, the Red Sox are really only a game and a half back on them. To say they're 5 teams better than them, I disagree.
I think the Blue Jays have been kind of skidding too. I correct me if I'm wrong. And Gosman has been injured too. Gosman is been dealing with some soreness.
I think Vladdy's doing well. Which is probably why.
I know Vladdy had that 1 home run. He had like first at bat back from the home run derby, which is good to see. They need some pop from him. But I want to talk trades. I think that's really what I want to do. We all, before this, and about an hour or 2 hours ago, we picked a team or 2 teams, one buyer, one seller, and just to make a case for them. So I don't know who wants to talk first, but I figure we talk sellers first and then go into buyers.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
I could start it off.
Yeah, let's do it. You got
my team is the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah.
They suck this year. They're not going to go anywhere. And they have a lot of guys that they could trade. Dylan Cease, I think, is going to be a huge trade guy on the market. People are going to want to give a ton for him.
Mm-hmm.
Giolito is definitely there. Kopech, you could make a case for. Lance Lynn as a rental. Tim Anderson, I think, gets moved.
Mm-hmm.
There was a world where I thought Liam Hendricks could have been moved. But
Lance Lynn? Did you say Lance Lynn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So many guys I think are going to get moved off that team because they went into this year to try and compete again. We thought, they're going to compete. And we saw the AL Central just kind of stunk, but the White Sox.
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly, too.
Yeah, Joe Kelly will definitely get moved, I think.
Yeah, because he's a rental. This is last year, I think.
I think back to the Dodgers. That's my take.
I think he could go to the Dodgers. I think he could go to the Rangers easily.
Yeah. Yeah, they have, but yeah, like you said, they have a lot of guys. So the interesting thing about them is they're guys that are going to be free agents next year. Last year, arbitration. So that is Giolito. Actually, really only Giolito. I mean, Ronaldo Lopez and what's his name?
Kenyon Middleton.
Oh, Kenyon Middleton. Ronaldo Lopez is actually having a pretty good year. So he could get moved. That's like a cheap option for a reliever. Giolito, that's going to be who I want the Red Sox to go after. Just because the Red Sox have said they're not going to go after front end rotation, and Giolito is not higher than a third of the rotation guy.
Yeah.
I think the Reds reached out about Giolito. That's a really good fit because that's a team that's like where we want to make the playoffs, but we don't want to spend too much. I mean, it's still a small market. The Orioles, another team that could do that. Cease is interesting because Cease still has a lot of years of control left. However, he is a strikeout. I just think it's crazy that they have so many guys and they can't win.
Yeah.
Dude, like Tim Anderson hasn't hit a home run in a year.
Tim Anderson sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the batting champ. He was. I remember I saw him in 2019 before I knew about him. And yeah, he's just not a good player. Yeah, nice comment, Sam.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so Cease, Kopech, I don't know what Kopech's status is right now. I'm trying to look for him. I'm on by the way, Fangraphs roster resource is just like the best thing ever. Who's Zach Arth talks about it all the time. I think is Kopech injured?
I think so.
Oh, okay. But I think it's so weird. I mean, the White Sox, I think they have a lot of young guys too that who knows what's going to happen. Like, who knows where they could be. Andrew Vaughn, Garrett Crochet, Gavin Sheets, Sebi Zavala, Jake Berger. But they also have a lot of guys that I think clearly want to be out of there. Yeah, Cease and Kopech both are free agents in 2026. So you get him for 2 more years of control. So those would be bigger deals. I mean, Kopech maybe not. Kopech back to the Red Sox would be funny. The White Sox and Red Sox have some trade history. So it didn't work out last time for the White Sox. Didn't really work out for the Red Sox either. Well, it did, but
I'd say it's working out all right.
I'd say it's working out all right. So, but yeah, and the White Sox have a lot of payroll, so I think that's definitely a seller for sure. Luke, you want to talk about yours?
Yeah, mine are the St. Louis Cardinals, one of my favorite teams. I mean, I feel like this is kind of it for them. There's no reason why they should be as bad as they are. And they also have a shit ton of names that they can move. They have Jordan Montgomery. They have Jake Flaherty. They have Brendan Donovan. Even like Tyler O'Neill's coming back off the 60-day. I think like today.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think Goldie could get moved too. They could get a lot of value out of him. I think really the only one that's untouchable is Arenado, and unless he requests a trade. But he also has a no trade clause on his contract, so he'll probably, if he requests a trade, it'll be to one specific franchise, which who's to say that he'll even get moved to that franchise? But anyway.
Yeah.
I think that the St. Louis Cardinals, the clock has run out. I would have, like, going into the season, I probably would have said, oh, they probably have another couple of years of contention. But with how poorly they're playing this year, I think that the clock quickly ran out on them. So I think that they could be a seller.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing is like the reason why, so their GM came out and said we're selling, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially because the Cardinals are like the Rays, are just like they just breathe consistency. And this is just like a crazy year. But notable players not yet eligible for arbitration. So these are players that haven't even gone through ARB1. So they're going to be on the team for till at least 2027. Carlson, Lars Nootbaar, Brendan Donovan, Nolan Gorman, Jordan Walker. I mean, that's an infield.
Mm-hmm.
You got an infield. Well, you got 2 outfielders and you have a middle infield. Jordan Walker, I think they're going to transition for outfield, but they have a core. I mean, and these guys are just getting ramped up. I mean, Gorman, we've seen, is just incredible. High strikeouts, not a great fielder. Jordan Walker, again, has gone on like several hitting streaks. And then you look at the free agents. And I mean, Jack Flaherty is on a cheap contract. So that's like,
he's getting moved, I think.
He's getting moved. I think that's the contract is a reason for the trade bait. You know what I'm saying? And Montgomery is only $10 million, and he's a solid, again, 4 or 5 guy. a lot of teams need starters right now. The Astros, with the status of their rotation and their fight with the Rangers, which I'll talk about later. The Dodgers could always use a starter, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of teams that could really use a starter right now. What's funny? I don't think the Braves are going to make a single move.
I don't see why
really?
they would. I don't really think they need to.
I think if anything, they get like a left fielder.
Yeah, right. Because it's Michael Harris, Acuna, and Eddie Rosario, and Eddie Rosario is not great. So
Brent Rooker, maybe
Jorge Soler. No, Jorge Soler just traded to every single team ever.
Miami's making a push, so
yeah, Miami. Oh yeah, that's another team that wasn't in the power rankings, which is just interesting. I don't know how they've been doing lately. I know Arias's average has kind of fallen.
I would say, I mean, I know he's like not a true left fielder, but I think someone that the Braves could go after is Trent Grisham, who's been really like solid recently.
Good fielder. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Grisham has some control left, so that's maybe why the Braves wouldn't do it. But yeah, I mean Grisham could get moved too. Cheaper player, but more control, so it kind of evens out. But if Goldschmidt getting moved would, I think, shake things up a lot.
You could get a lot.
That's expensive. That's really expensive. That's 3 years of Goldschmidt for $26 million. So not only is it an expensive prospect call, but expensive for the team. So only a big market team would do it. I don't think the Diamondbacks would trade it back for him, even though that'd be sick.
Yo, watch the Rangers do that, bro.
Oh, well, the Rangers, who's their first baseman? Oh, Nate Lau.
I guess they don't really need to.
They don't really need hitting. I think they're going to focus more on relievers more than anything. That would be sick, though.
I mean, the Rays could.
The Astros aren't really. I mean, Jose Abreu. Rays. The Rays need a hitter. The Rays definitely need another hitter. They also need a starter, because that's the reason why they're falling off the train. But yeah, I'll talk about my seller. The Padres should sell. I think they should, and I have a lot of reasons why. They are 44-50. That is bad. And obviously, this is the time we have. It's like a week and a half before the deadline. Deadline's July 31st. So yeah, a week and a half. The Dodgers are 10.5 up, so they're not going to win the division. The Giants are up 8.5, and the Diamondbacks are up 8. Now, these are two, I would say, overperforming teams, maybe teams we didn't expect. The Giants, every year you think they're not going to be a contender in the playoffs, they show up.
It's because they're GM.
Yeah,
he puts an average to above average player at each position, and
it works. I mean, Conforto, Lamonte Wade, Mikey Yaz.
Which just makes sense.
Alex Cobb, Logan Webb. I think they're going to try to make the playoffs. They're in a wild card spot, right? So,
I mean, it just makes sense though. Put an above average guy at every position.
Yeah. I mean,
doing it.
Remember that 2021 they had? That was nuts. Yeah. That was nuts. The Diamondbacks have kind of been skidding lately, but I think they're going to make a move for a starter too. I think they're buyers for sure, but more cautious buyers, I think, because they still have a lot of young guys under control. Anyway, the pay. You want to guess the expected 2023 payroll of the Padres?
$400 million.
It's $250, which is over luxury tax, I think. $400 million. What are you talking?
Is that what the Mets are at?
They're at $330, I think. I think. No.
The Rangers are at $1 billion.
Yeah. Let's talk about their 2024 free agents. They got Blake Snell, who has been rumored in a lot of trades, or just around the league.
I would say the Red Sox should go after Blake Snell.
I would love that, but they're not going to do it.
The Red Sox are going to go after everyone, apparently.
No. I have not. I've been only naming low level players because they said that they're only going to go after a 4 or 5 starter. And I think it's because next year is when they want to make a push.
Blake Snell, though, I think is better than 4 or 5 starter.
Oh, for sure. He's the number one starter right now for the Padres. So, anyway, so Blake Snell, Pomerantz actually is a free agent, but he's on the 60-day.
John Morant?
Yeah.
No, Drew Pomerantz.
I know it sounded like you said John Morant.
He's definitely not a free agent for the Padres. Gary is a free agent next year. Okay, I'm just gonna skip Rugi Odor because he got DFA'd today.
Yeah, he did.
Josh Hader, 2024 free agent, and then 2025 free agents: Tim Hill, Juan Soto. Look, I think Juan Soto, like, he's great. He's an amazing player. And the Padres were smart. I mean, I thought they were smart for trading him, but I just think because they have so many long-term contracts, Machado, Tatis, Bogarts, Musgrove, Darvish, that's all around. Like, they're on the books till 2028. All of those guys. So you give up now and you sell, you get a shit ton of prospects, you empty the payroll a little bit. Maybe you move Soto, the deal for Soto would be insane because he's back. And then a year or two down the line,
you think Soto's gonna be? You think he could be moved?
I'm saying he could be. I don't think he will. You know what? No, I think he could be moved. I genuinely think he could be moved.
The off season is when he gets moved.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. Do you think they have enough money to extend him? No, they definitely don't have enough money to extend him right now. They need to. They already have their core. They need play like younger players. Like, they need to build around that core. I don't think so. Like, they're not going to win this year. They're not going to win next year with like 3 teams above them. I think they should move Snell. I think they should move Hader. Soto is just like whatever. Do you know how many teams would kill for Josh Hader right now? Imagine if the Rangers had Hader and Chapman. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's just so much value, and Hader's having a career year, by the way.
Yeah.
Hader would be great on the Orioles too.
So the Hader trade last year when the Brewers traded him, it was for Taylor Rogers, Lamet, Esteury Ruiz, and Robert Gasser. And that was when he had a year of control and a 4 ERA. Now he's a rental and he is a 1 ERA. So I just think that is, you'll get a haul. You'll get a haul. And you'll get you'll clear what they traded last year. So and then Blake Snell. So he leads the league in walks, which I think is funny. He has a 1.2 whip, which is like, yeah, you know, but 2.73 ERA. He has he's 95th percentile whip percentage. He is a bona fide starter. The walks are a little concerning, but yeah, I think any team that needs a front end starter, I don't know where or who.
Back to the Rays.
The Rays, the Yankees. No, maybe no. I mean, they need outfield if anything, and a catcher.
The Yankees need to DFA Josh Donaldson.
You know what the Yankees need? A good baseball team. Yeah.
They need good baseball players.
Yeah, they need a lot. So that's why I think they're going to sell.
When I was doing research on the Cardinals, it said that the Yankees are like linked to a Nolan Arenado trade.
No, there's no way.
They could be, honestly.
A Goldschmidt trade? That would be sick.
Well, then what would they do with Rizzo?
I mean, I would hate that, but Rizzo's been bad. TH Rizzo. And then you have a lefty first baseman, righty first baseman.
But is Stanton even playing the field?
Dump Stanton. Trade Stanton. No, I don't know.
No,
I don't really think anyone.
No, I guess they don't. They need players that aren't slow in the outfield. Yeah.
That are slow in the outfield.
That aren't.
Oh.
They need players that can field.
Slow.
They need fielding.
It's like, what do you think the Yankees are?
Yeah.
That was going to be my honorable mention for buyers.
The Padres?
No, the Yankees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I could see them getting a whole new outfield.
I could see them getting Stroman.
I would hate that.
Yeah. There are so many teams linked to Stroman right now.
Do you know how much controversy that would cause?
Okay, so let's do some math. Put a controversial player on a controversial team.
No.
Houston Astros.
I wasn't saying that was bad.
No, my buyer is the Houston Astros, and I think Stroman could go there.
Don't think so.
So Sam is in timeout.
He didn't even really do anything.
He didn't do anything.
He just looks funny.
You'll post that in the later clip, but I think the Astros should buy. I'm gonna go through this quick. Rangers have been slowing down. They need to make some moves before they secure the AL West. I think those bottom three teams really aren't contenders anymore. For the Angels have kind of forced themselves into a Shohei trade, which we haven't even touched on that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't
honestly.
I think the owner just doesn't want to do it. That would be crazy, though. Maybe we can talk about that later. And then obviously the Mariners have kind of been a little mid, but you're going to talk about them.
I'm going to talk about them.
Now, at the same time, they have an expensive payroll, 194, but they have room to make a few more moves. And I think, imagine a big trade. They get Stroman and Bellinger. You move Chas McCormick somewhere else in the outfield. You have another outfielder. You have Tim Tucker, McCormick. Instead of, Jordan's not going to play the field when he comes back.
I think he is back, by the way.
Oh, did he come off the IL?
I think he's playing today.
Oh, cool. But yeah, you can't really play him in the field too much. I mean, you're going to a little bit so he can stay active. And then, but yeah, they need a starter because they've had a lot of injuries, but they have the best bullpen in baseball on Montero, Stanek, other guys I'm forgetting, but up top down, they don't need. They're like one of the few teams that don't need another reliever. I think Stroman would fit in perfectly. Just kind of like not like the bad guys almost of the MLB, and Stroman loves the limelight. He's been great this year. I mean, that's going to be an expensive deal. The only concern is that the Astros. Hey Sam, I'm going to add you back. The Astros farm system isn't that great, right?
No,
I think they have one player.
It's still a good one.
Yeah, they only have one player in the top 100. It's Drew Gilbert. So maybe they could trade some of the younger players. I'm not really sure.
I think Chaz gets traded.
Who?
Chas McCormick, because Dusty Baker doesn't like him.
And he's a really good player, a really good fielder. So that's why I think that could be trade bait. He has a lot of years, and like you'd rather get rid of him now. You only have Bregman, Altuve, Tucker, and Alvarez all together. You only have them for not a lot of time. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Yeah, we that was wild. We finally got that done.
Sorry, I'm the funniest one here.
Sure. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, dude.
I'm next.
Luke is next.
I want to talk about the Seattle Mariners being buyers.
Okay, that's really I've not heard that yet. So
I think the Mariners would be a good buyer. Well, because they're the definition of mid. And I think that they follow in the footsteps of what happened last year where they got Luis Castillo. And I think they go and get Lucas Giolito. I think they're the team that gets Giolito. I mean, they already have a really good starting rotation. They got Castillo, Kirby, Logan Gilbert, Bryce Miller, Brian Wu, and then they have Robbie Ray and Marco Gonzalez both on the IL. But if they add Giolito, then that's really good. And also, like in terms of like their hitting and their offense, I mean it's mid. Eugenio Suarez has been like decent. J-Rod has been a little above average.
Not great.
Yeah, Kalanick is slowing down, like you said earlier. Ty France has been mid. Colton Wong has been horrible. Yeah. Teoscar has actually been pretty solid, but other than that, like They're mid, and I mean they could try and buy. Like I think that they could, but they're not going to sell. So that's why I said that they could be a buyer.
Yeah, you're right. They're not going to buy. I think it's because they have they're not going to sell because they have so many young guys. They are interesting because if they buy, like, their offense down the board, like, it's just mid. You're right. The definition of the mid. Everyone's hitting around an 100 OPS plus, around there. They clear the league in strikeouts. I mean, Teoscar has 123, Kalanick has 115, Eugenio has 113, and J-Rod has 106. That's wild. Their best hitter right now on their starting lineup is Mike Ford, the Yankee legend. He's played 30 games, and he has a 921 OPS. So.
And Talkman's doing well in the Cubs.
Yeah. Talkman is doing well. Wait, why did you... Oh, because former Yankees. I was like, what? Yeah, I love Talkman. Shout out. So I think if anything, they're going to need bats. I have no idea what the Mariners are going to do. I would maybe say they're non-contenders this year. I mean, yeah, they are. I don't think they're going to contend this year. They could. That's a candidate for a second half big breakout. Gets in the wild card spot. What's the record right now? 47-46. Yeah, that's just like they're just mid. You know, they have the pitching. Their hitting hasn't been there. They could turn it around. They could get one or two more acquisitions. Do the same thing they did last year. So yeah, I like that take. I haven't heard that before. So nice job, man.
Thanks. I think Blake Snell could go to Seattle.
Hey, Shohei could go to Seattle. So
I've seen that. Yeah,
apparently he's. I think the reason is because he's lived there before. Like in Seattle, he had a off season.
I mean, it's coastal.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's closer to Japan if he wants that. I mean, okay, listen to this, right? My dad, yeah, but it's closer than like the East Coast.
Yeah.
My dad has a theory that Shohei is not going to go anywhere on the East because it's so far from Japan. And honestly, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Because, like, would you want to go like that? It's a 6-hour plane ride to a 14-hour plane ride. I know it's kind of trivial, but like,
I think if you're that far, you're not, and you're playing during baseball season, like you're not going to be. It doesn't really matter. Which is why I think you should go to the Boston Red Sox.
True.
Yeah.
I think Shohei's a Dodger no matter what.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers are the favorites right now. But.
All right, so my team for buyers, the Baltimore Orioles. They're, I think, a game or half a game behind the Rays right now.
If they don't buy, they have the worst ownership ever.
Yeah, they have to buy. I think they can afford to get a Dylan Cease.
Yeah.
They have such a good farm system that you could shell out prospects to get Dylan Cease because they need an ace in their rotation.
Mm-hmm. That would be sick. And also 3 years of control and you have a young team.
Exactly. That's one thing they've needed. I mean, Grayson Rodriguez kind of sucked right now.
Yeah.
Their pitching is just an issue, but next year, if you can have a rotation with Dylan Cease, Grayson Rodriguez, John Means, who would come back, Tyler Wells, and
Kyle Bradish, that's a solid rotation for you.
Yeah,
man.
Solid rotation for a really young team. Or if you get a Giolito, try and sign him to an extension.
Yeah, I think that's important for them for sure.
Even a guy like Michael Lorenzen.
And didn't they just call up? They just called up Colton Cowser, right? The outfielder.
And Jordan Westbrook.
Yeah, dude, their team is complete.
They have a great team.
Catcher is filled. First base is filled. I think second is really the only thing they need, right?
Yeah, and Jackson Holiday's still 19 years old.
Right. So
did they call up Heston Kjerstad yet?
Yeah.
No, did they? I don't think they did.
I feel like I heard about it.
And then, dude, you have Yenier Cano and Felix Bautista, the best reliever in baseball. Felix Bautista.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they're in goal mode. I am
They are.
scared. They're scary, and like if they can do that well without a starting, they don't have a rotation really. Like they
Yeah.
have one, but it's like, I mean, that looks like a last place rotation. I won't
Doing
cap.
Dean Kremer, Cole Irvin. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but that's again, if you get one guy, everything changes. You have a guaranteed win, or almost not guaranteed, but you have a way better chance of winning it once every other 4 games. You could go on a bad spell with a terrible rotation and just not be able to get out of it. That's what I'm afraid will happen. But yeah, I'm sure I think the Orioles are great back end games. You know, but they got great relievers. They have a great bullpen. So, yeah, I really like that. I think before we close up, I think we should go around, name one trade lock that we think is going to happen.
Trade lock.
What do you think? I think you mentioned that the Yankees are going to be buyers. I think Cody Bellinger is a New York Yankee. I think that's happened a lot. I would hate that. But man, he's so versatile. It seems like Yankees need to fill another position every day. He could play first some days. He could play any outfield position. I mean, I know he'll mostly be in center probably and left. But yeah, I really think, you know, if Judge comes back, they get Bellinger. Rodon gets going. Cole gets going. I mean, Cole's already going. So yeah, I think the Yankees are buyers, and I think Bellinger goes.
Word. I agree. Okay. Is he like the only team that's rumored to
Astros? That's what I was talking about.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Sam, you got a lock?
Trade lock.
Or what you think will happen?
Joe Kelly to the Rangers, I think.
Ooh, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I like that. Because they need a righty reliever.
And they love their veteran relievers. So.
Yeah, they do. That would work out. Luke, you got anything?
I mean, I don't know if it's a lock.
Well, it's just a guess, dude. None of these could happen.
Juan Soto to the Yankees.
No.
Hey, dude.
For Jason Dominguez.
I mean, Poppy's
and others.
That would, dude. Let's save this clip for later. That's all I'm saying. That'd be a crazy call out. But David Ortiz sprayed Yankee repellent on him, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah. That won't happen. No.
Big Poppy was in the documentary I was watching earlier.
Oh yes, he was.
It's the end of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, I think that could happen only because the Yankees farm system is always replenished. So
yeah,
and they love trading prospects. They don't really care. So yeah, I think that about wraps us up. This episode up. It took a while to get through that last segment, but yeah, I'm really excited. I remember the episode we had around this time last year that kicked off the trades where that's just me. There are thousands of clips from this one episode.
Yeah.
But I remember we were recording and Benintendi got traded to the Yankees.
Yep.
And we were like, holy shit, that's such a good trade.
I just said that to Luke.
Nice, dude.
That's just ground beef.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's let the viewers figure that one out. Some news. This Friday, we're going to try to get the blog site up. It is done. We just need to put some content on there, and it will be fun to look at. Yeah. The fun thing about blogs is they're easy to post, so we're going to post a lot, not just once a week. I'm feeling multiple. I'm feeling
every day. I
mean that would be my goal because I want to get some writing reps, but that is obviously a little tough. But we're on the grind set. Luke just yawned, but we're grinding. So
I'm tired.
Yeah, dude, that was a long episode. But I'm gonna play some of the show and eat some chicken. So
I'm gonna eat
chicken boy.
Chicken boy.
Yeah, man, you got me.
What kind of chicken?
Chicken thighs.
I hope our audience is all vegan.
considering I know some of our audience members.
They're vegan.
Well, no. Is Ryan vegan?
Yeah.
Is Tom Tricoli vegan?
Yeah.
Is your girlfriend? Are our girlfriends vegan?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
No, they're not.
Mine is.
that was mean. I'm sorry.
Which one?
All of them.
Okay. How many is all of them?
You know.
No, man, I don't. You don't tell me these things.
Private guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's Tri Takes. That's us.
Yeah.
Anything to close us out? This was fun. This was a lot of fun. I think we started off slow and picked it up.
This is probably the funniest episode.
This might have been the funniest episode. I'm gonna as soon as I finish eating, I'm just gonna start making some clips. So.
Wait.
Shout out to the Summer League Cavs. Shout out to Amani Bates, Isaiah Mobley.
Is he related to Evan?
Yeah.
Nice.
And shout out USC basketball, my favorite NCAA basketball team. Shout out Bronny.
I'm gonna shout out golf. The British Open is this weekend, but more specifically, shout out DJ Khaled. Let's go golf.
Let's go golfing.
Shout out the Giants for not getting a deal done. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no shout outs to make.
That's a good one. That was us. See you sometime later this week. Peace out.